morning team, hope everyone's well. Just out for some steps before we get on with our day. We've got quite a lot to get done today, but we're back on YouTube. Started the vlog and I'm hoping to get quite a lot done and take you guys with me. We've not got Becky today behind the camera, which is a bit of a shame. She's really good behind the camera, but I've got my handheld thing that makes it a little bit easier, so I'll do my best to take you with me and get stuff done. First things first, underneath this hat we've got a bit of a barnet going on, so we're going to go and get a haircut, take it down, meet JT, and then we've got Danny coming for a valet in the car, so hopefully I'll introduce you to him as well. But yeah, stick with us and I hope you enjoy this bit of I suppose it's a bit of a day in the life, as cringy as that is, but we'll stick with it and enjoy a day with Chris. Have a good day, whatever you're getting up to after you watch this video. I'll catch you soon.
Keep it real with people, baby like a preacher. Baby probably still selling roof. Baby putting on for the city. Baby he the realest. Baby probably got a couple million. Baby having 4 or 5 kilos. Baby got children. Baby probably still drug dealer. Baby ain't a trapper, he a rapper. Baby making classics. Baby in the hood again. Yeah, I was at first as well. I remember I talked to my phone quite often on Instagram, and I remember the first time I done it, I was like, oh my goodness, this is incredibly awkward. And you just feel like an idiot, and there's still occasions that you do. But the reality is, first of all, nobody cares what you're doing. Yeah. And second of all, everyone else watches that kind of thing.
It's right, so that way kind of up, like the cameras are there, people are not here, I'm just here, just me.
Mate, you think that's... Good afternoon, so we're back. So this morning we went down to JT's to visit him for a haircut, because obviously we were in a bad way, but now we're feeling fresh. Haircut done, gave the eyebrows a little bit of a thread that you seen in the last clip, and got the nostrils done, so we're feeling good. We've got Danny outside doing the car. Big man's getting stuck into the valet, that's what he does. I'll tag his Instagram page below in the notes, and you can pay him a visit if you're in the Glasgow area. The guy's easily the best in the business. You can visit all these drive-in car washes all you want, but they'll just touch your car up, they won't actually clean it properly. Danny, on the other hand, of DM Val, and gets stuck right in and does the job properly. I'll show you a video once he's done of the work that he can provide. So yeah, today, as I say, incredibly productive. Got a haircut, got Danny doing the car. We're going to go to the gym after this, smash out a big full body session. I'm hoping to be able to film in the gym, take you guys along, and then you can replicate the workout if you want. And then we've got a visit with the tenants. So my tenants that are in my rental flat, we're going to go up and visit them. I won't be able to film obviously, but I'll let you know how we get on with the visit. We're going to do a quick inspection of the flat and talk about moving forward. So while we're here, I just wanted to talk about a post that I put on Instagram probably about 3 weeks ago now, just asking for questions to talk about on YouTube. and I feel now is a relevant time to talk about those. So I've picked four questions of, I think I got about 9 or 10 questions, but just for time's sake, I'm just going to talk about each of these questions now, just 4 of them that I found that I thought were most impactful and could make the most impact in a viewer's time and a viewer's life if they were to implement it. So it's worth noting that I don't think I've ever said it on a YouTube channel, but I run 2 small businesses alongside being in the Royal Marines. The first small business is that of Terraformer Real Estate, which is a property company that I run, whereby we take rundown properties, do them up to a really good standard, and then accommodate them with people that want to rent them. I feel like landlords get a really bad name in today's day and age, but I'm trying to be part of the movement to give landlords a better name. If anything goes wrong with any of my flats, I try and sort it within 24 hours, unless it's something major, but touch wood, we've not had anything major yet. And then I just want to give landlords that better reputation, because there is some landlords out there, there's no doubt about it, they don't actually care for the tenants, they just want to take money. But for me, it's more important to give someone a good standard of living who otherwise might not have had that option. The second business that I run is Cultivate Conditioning, which is an online coaching service to take people from one position that they're in at that current moment and hopefully better their life, whether it be through fat loss, through muscle gain, through confidence building, through a shift in mindset. There's a whole plethora of things that we can do at Cultivate Conditioning to take you from one place to the next and hopefully better your life. And then alongside that, I'm in the Royal Marines, so I'm a fairly busy guy. My sole purpose, my sole job, my main job is that of the Royal Marines. I'm a soldier first, but I run the small businesses alongside that, and I think I tend to manage them quite well. Got a few things in the pipeline for both the small businesses that are currently in the works or currently functioning, but I've also got another business that I want to start up within the next 2 to 3 weeks that I feel could be really beneficial for other business owners. So if you're on a business, keep an eye out for what's to come, because I feel like there's a massive gap in the market that could be bridged by what I'm about to offer. But we'll talk about that in another video. So question number 1 then, what made you get into business? So in terms of Terraformer Real Estate, that was, I don't want to say accidental, it just kind of happened. So I was living in a property, it was property number 2, and I decided that I wanted to start generating cash, and in order to do so I had to didn't have to give it up as such, but I had to move out of that premises in order to move someone in and give someone else an opportunity to live in it in order to start generating money that way. It seemed like a backward step at the time because I was moving out of my home that I was living in to allow someone else to live in it, but now we're like 2 and a bit years down the line, probably a little bit more, it's paid itself back in abundance. So it's well worth thinking about if you're looking to get started in business and you don't know how to start generating cash. Think about either offering a service that you've got, or using what's run about you. Become resourceful. So I became resourceful in the sense that I gave up my property for someone else to live in, so that I could then start putting money away from that property to then move into the next one. So yeah, Terraformer was kind of accidental, it just kind of happened. But at that point we didn't have a limited company, it was just generating cash from someone living in the property. Since then we've started Terraformer as a limited company. We're paying tax on that, and therefore it's part of an income. And since doing that, it's allowed us to then bounce into property number 2 and property number 3 as of late. So it's been really beneficial. Alongside that then, and afterwards, we then started Cultivate Conditioning, and that was done definitely on purpose. So I was a PT for a personal trainer, qualified for around about 10 years prior, but I didn't actually use the qualification until probably about 2 years ago. We're around about 2 years old now, Cultivate, where I was sitting in a room, I was away with the Royal Marines, and I was sitting in a room for 10 days, and I had just 4 walls around about me. It was called restriction of movement when I was away due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and in order to reduce the risk of passing on infection or passing on COVID, we had to isolate for a 10-day period. And I thought to myself, how can I use my time effectively here. Instead of just sitting in a room and doing a workout a day and then watching a bit of telly, how can I actually use the 24 hours that I'm given to my benefit here and to other people's benefit? And it was a friend called Sean McCauley and a number of others who were consistently pushing me. Danny Mackay as well, who's outside now doing the car, Ian Valton. They were consistently pushing me, saying, you've got to use this qualification. I would always just kind of brush it off and not really think anything of it. But then I thought to myself, I've got the time, I've got the qualification, I've got the knowledge, why not use it to my advantage and be able to help people that are currently looking for that help. I was really fortunate in the sense that when I did come and make the Instagram page and look for clientele, people believed in me straight away, and I think it's rare, but after the first day of advertising, I think I had about 4 clients, which doesn't seem a lot, but straight off the bat, I was overwhelmed with it. The fact that one person believed in me, aside from my friends who were trying to influence me, it was a really big step for me. So I was grateful for people giving me that opportunity. So yeah, the reason I got into business with Cultivate was 1, to help people, and 2, because I remember watching, there's an influencer called Mike Thurston on YouTube, and I remember watching his video, and he touched on how dangerous it is to have one source of income, and the majority of us are only 1 paycheck away from being homeless. And it's so true. We're 1 paycheck away from literally losing everything. So I thought, how can I reduce the likelihood of this? If the Royal Marines were to drop me tomorrow, how would I go about sustaining what I've got right now without having to then go looking for another job or depending on anyone else? So that was at the forefront of my mind. I was thinking, I've got these people trying to convince me to do this, I'm knocking it back, I'm pushing back on it. But yeah, I'm watching these videos of really successful people saying it's so dangerous to rely on one source of income, and it's true, as I say. So that was my driving factor for becoming, or turning a qualification I had in the past into a functioning business. So yeah, Cultivate and Terra Firma are now both functioning, both generating cash, and I'm able to help people aside from everything else. First of all, by accommodating people in the premises that I rent out, and by helping people become the best version of themselves through either fat loss, muscle gain, building confidence through exercise, or just becoming more motivated. All these things allow me to be the business person that I am today, easier, in an easier sense, if that makes sense. So yeah, question number 2, what is your biggest motivation? My biggest motivation is probably, well, my family for a start. My grandparents, they're a huge motivation, but I'm in a long-term relationship, and I think it's important to be able to provide for those people. As a man, you want to be able, as a guy, you want to be able to provide for the people that are around about you. I think we're inherently we want to do this. We want to provide for the people that depend upon us. So the fact that I'm in a long-term relationship with a view to having kids in the next maybe 2-3 years, that's a big motivation for me. You know, I want to be in a position where whenever I do have kids, or when me and Becky eventually move into a place that's ours together, I want to be able to sustain that. So that's my motivation. I work hard every day. I'm looking at that laptop, or I'm doing some sort of business, or I'm going away with the Marines. I'm doing that because of what I've currently got. I'm trying to make a more comfortable living for that specific reason. Question number 3, I'm just reading it off my book here. What is your definition of success? So I understand these questions are very business orientated, but I've just picked four questions from the ones that were asked. My definition of success is, everyone's definition is completely different. So I would define success as making the people, some people define it as the amount of money they make, or the amount of assets they've got, or whatever, but I define it as the ability to make the people run about me proud. I want the people that hang about with me, or the people that associate with me, to go, my goodness, he's done really well, or my goodness, I'm really proud of that man. Because that is my personal definition of success. For my grandparents to turn around and say, we're really proud of you, that for me is success in a nutshell. You can have as much money in the bank as you want, but if you're not making anyone proud, or making yourself proud, then what is the point? You've got to make sure the people around about you are content, or they are happy, or they really believe in you, and that for me is success. And question number 4 was quite simply love or money. I think the vast majority of people straight off the bat will think in their head money, but I think you can have as much money as you like. If you've not got love, then what is the point? I think money short term makes you happy, but love, as cliche as it sounds or as cringy as it sounds, I think love makes you happy forever. So, and my answer to that would be love. I'd choose what I've got right now over all the money in the world, as cringy as that is. Becky probably watch us back and die a bit inside, but there you go. So yeah, there's 4 questions answered in this short Q&A. Now we're going to go up and visit the tenant and see what they've been up to and how they're getting on with the flat. Make sure everything's alright, and if need be we'll repair any issues. And then we're off to the gym for a big full body session, so stick with us. I'll try my best to get it filmed. If we get any pushbacks in the gym, then I apologise, but I'll try my best, and hopefully you can then implement what we talk about in the gym in your next session and your future sessions. So yeah, catch up with you soon. See you in the next clip. So, workout done. As I was saying just before we cut off the last clip, it was my intention to film the workout that we done just then. However, for some strange reason, Nuffield have got something against people filming in the gym. If it was my gym, I'd want people to film in it constantly because it's free exposure for your gym. But clearly they've got something they're trying to hide that nobody knows. So, to that end, we never got the workout filmed. However, what I will do, or what I'll endeavour to do, is I'm intending on training at some other gyms over my 2-week leave period, and I will for sure get a workout up. Me and Adam Kengi, a good friend of mine, who is actually a competitor in the physique world, nobody better to take us through a workout than him. So what we'll do is we'll film a completely separate video just on a certain workout that he would normally do. So yeah, that'll replace the workout that I just done then. So for anybody that's wondering, it was a full body session. Generally what I'll do is a push pull at the start of the week, a rest day, and then I'll go in my full body and then legs the day after. The full body just allows me to increase that volume that we maybe never got on the Monday and Tuesday, and just get basically more work done. It allows a higher workload than just doing push pull legs. What you could do is maybe push pull legs, but I only want to do one full leg session. The full body's got 2 leg exercises, but it's just to get a little bit more volume. So yeah, I'll detail down below the exercises that I've done, so you can maybe copy them if you want. But just for talking's sake, the first exercise I've done was Bulgarian split squat. That was 4 sets of 8. As the reps are slightly lower, I tend to go slightly heavier. As first of all, it's the first exercise, and second of all, as one of 2 leg exercises on this day. Second exercise, 4 sets of 10 single leg extension. So we're working one side, same as the Bulgarian split squat, just focusing on unilateral work for the legs today. As soon as we finish that, then straight into flat dumbbell press. 1 set of 12 to 15, 1 set of 6 to 8. Just following up with that back off set, but aiming to go a little bit heavier on the 6 to 8 reps. And I find that effective after doing a push day on Monday. So you'll start to feel the DOMs kick in maybe Tuesday, probably still feeling it Wednesday, but we just allow a little bit more volume by going an exercise on the Thursday. As soon as we finish that, then straight into dumbbell Arnold press supersetted with front raise. Targeting the shoulders here. Again, it's a full body day, so we're trying to target every muscle group bar isolating biceps and triceps. So what we won't do is biceps and triceps today, because I feel I get enough from the push pull session at the start, push session and the pull session at the start of the week. So yeah, finish that exercise, straight into close grip pull down. 3 sets of 15, and then straight into hanging leg raise. So the hanging leg raise just allows us to target the core, and then we call it there. Went for a sauna and steam room, clearly feeling the effects. I'm sweating out my box now. That tends to happen. I just keep sweating for about an hour after sauna and steam room. I'm actually trying to progressively overload my time in the sauna and steam room as well, just as I would my training. So now I'm at 20 minutes of each, and I get to the point where I'm leaving the sauna or the steam room, mainly the sauna, and I'm feeling like I'm going to faint. Probably not advised. However, the stubborn person that I am wants to push myself. I'll probably cap it at 20 or 25 minutes, and then I'll just hold it at that. But I've got a good mate of mine actually when I was away, was smashing like 45 minutes in the sauna. He's in the fight game, he's involved in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he's just an absolute animal when it comes to the sauna. So now what we're going to do, workout done. I hope up to now you're enjoying what I've kind of showed. I know that it's probably not as interesting as like your big time YouTubers and when they go to certain fancy restaurants and whatnot. However, maybe one day we'll get there. Right now, Becky is still otherwise occupied with some stuff she's got going on, so I'm going to take the time while I'm not in the house to go for a walk and get the steps in, because I feel that I need to be prioritising that and getting my 10,000 steps. Contrary to popular belief, 10,000 steps is actually really difficult. So people just throw around, oh I want you to get 10,000 steps, but in actual fact it's hard. You have to make a conscious effort. What I generally do with people that I work with is I'll take a weekly average either from the Apple Health app or from whatever app they use, either the watch tracker or whatever, and then I'll just add 2,000 to that, or maybe depending on the level of activity, either 1,000 or 2,000, generally 2,000. So if you're thinking about starting to focus on your steps and take your weight loss journey or fat loss journey seriously, I would suggest looking at your weekly average. Obviously you need to be watching what you're eating, but look at your weekly average and just add 2,000 to that, and then make that your goal. If you don't want to go to the gym, that is, if you don't want to do any sort of CV in the gym. But starting small, adding 2,000 steps, generally it should be manageable for most people. You probably will have to make a conscious effort if your average is like 5,000 or 6,000, but by adding 2,000 it can be really beneficial. So off we go, we're going to go for a walk now, and I'll catch up with you when we start to make dinner in about an hour and a half's time once Becky's free. Catch you later. So last night the intention was to go home, cook dinner with Becky after the last clip. However, started cooking and the camera wasn't recording. I didn't realise until we pretty much plated up the food and whatnot, so I thought I won't even bother putting that in. So I'll draw an end to the vlog here, and I hope to catch up with you again soon. Let me know below what you want to see in the next vlog, if there's anything in particular, and don't forget to like, follow and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support so far. Catch up with you all soon.